Kerrang was made up of some guys who, like, you know, really enjoyed metal, and then they realised that they had a little bit of power and could make and break bands. So, you know, they had their weekly favourites. You know, one week it was Exodus, next week it was Slayer, and you know, it all just went to their heads. We went down to some party in London. They were all dressed up like fucking rock stars with leather pants on and snakeskin boots. It was absolutely made us puke to the bones. You know, it was so sick. It's like, you're journalists, not rock stars. You know, it was a classic case of power trip and going straight to their heads. Fucking fools.
You know, I don't have a problem with Kerrang. I would have pointed that out. They've been cool to me, but you know, they know what I'm talking about. You know, they're sensationalists.
Don't believe everything you read in the fucking press, man.
Yeah.
They just make it up. You know, when I don't answer questions, they just write anything what they fucking like.
Anybody who knows anything about metal knows that there's a million hybrids for every genre. You've got pagan black metal, this, that, the other, you know, there's just millions of hybrids, you know.
Who cares about playing Viking black metal or atmospheric black metal? All these are just aspects that people try to do because they can't attach anymore to this kind of music. They are like insects turning around light. They feel attracted to it, but they can understand it really. They can see if it's the real light or the fake light. So they just keep closer to it and they will die from it.
There's very few real black metal bands left, because it's based in the satanic agenda. And Enslaved is not about that. Neither is Dimmu Borgir. So they are playing an extreme form of metal music, but it's not black metal.
The name of the style is not really important. The spirit is what matters.
Black metal is black metal. You know, if somebody moves away from that, then they stop being black metal. But you can't make black metal bad. I mean, black metal is black metal.
Goth? No, I don't think black metal's anything to do with goth.
Well, as I told you, there's a lot of different black metal bands. There's a lot of different musical styles, so I guess some black metal is related to goth.
I'd rather see the goths being influenced by metal. I think metal is a superior musical art form, and I view goth as a more feminine type of...
Are bands like Cradle of Filth considered black metal?
No, they're just called crap.
I guess somebody hates them, and I guess they're not true enough for some people.
For me, it's also a little bit ridiculous what bands like Cradle of Filth do when they get so commercial.
A lot of people would level things against Cradle of Filth, but like I remember talking to Danny in about 1993, 94, and famous last words, he turned up wearing a brightly coloured Cradle of Filth t-shirt, and I said, oh man, no one's ever going to buy those because t-shirts, metal t-shirts, then were always red, white on black. And he goes, oh mate, just you wait and see. And he says, you know what, I'm not going to be fucking poor. I think it's a far cry from what black metal was when it started, at least if you want to follow the Norwegian route. You know, when it started in Norway, I mean, it was definitely not about selling shitloads of albums and you know, basically being sort of not very scary.
At least they brought many girls to the metal concerts.
Musical treason?
I don't like that word, but you know, it's this is obviously Beelzebub, right?
Bands should be allowed to change, you know, if they want to progress, you know, that's fine by me. We change ourselves, so, you know.
I wouldn't call it treason, but a band I respect a shitload, Celtic Frost, or I don't know if you say Celtic yourself.
As long as people remember the name, I think it doesn't matter how they pronounce it.
They released this album called Coldly.
Danny Fail is obvious, the album has absolutely no quality. It's an abomination.
Yeah.
The songwriting, no matter how you look at it, even if you put a different band's name on that album, the songwriting is just pitiful. I only have contempt for that album.
I don't know what Tom Warrior was thinking. He must have been out of his mind.
I'm utterly disappointed in myself for being able, in quotation marks, to create such low-class work, because usually I have much higher quality.
He seems to be a really cool guy, very intelligent man. I mean, with a lot of integrity. So it's weird looking back and seeing that album in their discography.
I think nobody loves this album more than I do, because I'm the one on there. A fan can say it's a shit album, then they can go on to the next album. I'm on there, my picture's on there, my awful picture's on there, my awful music's on there, my awful vocals, my awful songwriting is on there, my awful lyric writing is on there. I hate this album.
And they released some of the most genius stuff, like Into the Pandemonium,
Yes.
and then Morbid Tales, and stuff like that. And they just come out with a really cool new album too.
Yes.
I gotta somehow see them live before it's too late.